I think there was 140, a little bit less than 140 people total there, and we had the co-founder of our company, Mark Walker, as our special guest, and we had, I think everybody here got to talk to him. Everybody here, I mean, got to spend some quality time with him, got to meet him, and y'all, that's priceless. I'm sorry, the bigger we grow, the more rare of an opportunity that is, because when we go to our big conferences, you get to say, hey, but his time, there's 3,000 or 4,000 people there trying to, say hey to him, and I don't think there's 3,000 yet, but close to it, and to be able to be at a meeting where there's less than 140 people, and I want to give a big shout out. Beth is not on here. I think, Jenny, are you going to message her and Melanie? But
I think
Beth
she's on.
Cook is, I don't see her. Is she on here? I don't see her name. She may be on here. But I'm just going to shout her out. Beth Cook has only been doing this a few months, and she earned there was a promo contest. If you earned 15 Founders Club points, then you got to have dinner with Mark. And Beth Cook has only been doing this a few months, and she earned 15 Founders Club points last month. And Bria, who had surgery at the end of the month, she earned 15 Founders Club points, and she qualified for the dinner. So there were only 3 ladies that were not executives and above that qualified for that dinner, and 2 of them were on our team, y'all. So we got to go have dinner with Mark. There was only a total of 10 people, and Mark and 2 others were from corporate. So there was 7 people that actually qualified for this dinner with him, and that was, you cannot put a price tag on that kind of time and that kind of wisdom that he spoke over like their individual businesses. It was amazing. I think a couple of times I saw the girls tear up a little bit because it was just like surreal to be, to have that kind of one-on-one time where he just spoke into them. And it was just, he's the most precious man. And you should see the text messages he has sent me, just talking about you guys and talking about how amazing it was to meet our team, and how, he saw greatness in every single one of you, and that, he couldn't wait to see where this team was going, because you showed up big, you showed up excited, and, it was a very proud moment for me, just as a mama. So I am excited to see where this team is going to go to. And one of the things, we're going to talk to you guys about some stuff that we all learned this weekend. So if you're on here, you're going to get the meat and potatoes, you're going to get the how-tos, you're going to get the, the good stuff about some great tips on how to build your business. And one of the biggest things that was talked about this weekend, and it started with Mark, was duplication. We have the tools and the systems and the processes in place to duplicate and build a business. And to do that starting off in your spare time, to do it in the nooks and crannies of your day, to do it when you're in the bathroom. And that was one of the things that was just so funny, is Cynthia Evans was there. She is a multi-million-dollar earner. She makes about $70,000 a month. And she works from the bathroom, from the toilet, y'all. She works when she can, because she likes spending her quality time with her family. And if she's in the bathroom, she's working. If she's up and about, she's working. But she's not taking time away from the things that are important. And one of the biggest philosophies with our company is you put God first, family second, and you put singular third. You do it in that order, and you always keep what's important, and keep the main thing. But the Singular Share app was talked about more than anything else, and it is a tool. When you become a distributor, it is a tool that is there for you to teach you. It has testimonies in there that you can send to people. It has all of the products. It has a flyer for every single product that breaks down exactly what it does. It teaches you how to talk to people about the products. It has the ingredients of every single ingredient that's in each product, and the nutritional facts. And I love that you've got that at your fingertips. It has it has training for distributors in there. How to duplicate, how to overcome objections, how to, I mean, everything that you need to know is in that Share app. And I love it. I can't believe that it's free for us. I mean, other companies that the stuff that's in there, other companies pay money to have that kind of app. We give it to you for free. It's all included in your little $35 a year. And so that was one of the things that the biggest takeaway and the biggest thing that you have at your fingertips to grow your business is an app on your cell phone. And that is the Share app. It's got a sizzle video you can send out for business prospects. It's got a sizzle video that you can send out for product prospects. It's got a combined one that you can send out to anybody. It's got different testimonies for different people so you can relate them to people that they can, that their story would relate to them. There's a girl that's lost 80 pounds that you can send. There's a husband and wife combo that's doing it. There's a girl that lost 40 pounds. There's a lady in her 50s that retired from her banking career that also lost weight. There's a man that lost 90 pounds. There's a woman that's lost 240 pounds. I mean, it's just like whatever you need for the person that you're talking to. And then we've got the business stories. We've got all the platinum executive and above stories that are in there to show this is what I was, this is who I was. I'm just like you. And now I've made, this has changed our lives. I went from making cupcakes in my kitchen to now I have a ministry in Haiti, and I've built a school with the money that Singular has given me. So it's just like whatever the person that you're talking to relates to, you've got something in that Share app to help you. So I asked all of our people that were there this weekend, I asked them all to share, just 2 or 3 minutes of what really touched them and what they learned, and then to give you all something you can tangibly take and use to help you grow your business. And I'm just going to start with who I see, and I want to start with Chastity. She's the first one I see. So this was Chastity's first event ever. Chastity just started with us a few months ago. She just hit manager for the first time just a few days ago, and I'm so proud of her. She is, and how I introduced her to people is exactly how she was. She is the most coachable person on my team. If I tell her to jump, she says how high, because she trusts that I am at a place where she wants to go. And she does. I'm in every one of her coaching chats. She does it exactly like I tell her. She is consistent. She works it every single day. And because of that, she is growing and growing higher every single month. She's got a goal of, she says silver, I say gold this month, so I can't wait to see where she goes. But Chastity, why don't you jump in and just tell a little bit about what this meeting did for you this weekend.
Okay. Can you hear me? Okay. Well, my biggest takeaway was actually Cynthia Evans talking about how to lead with the business, because that is what I always struggle with. It's what kind of, I guess you could say, the kind of fear thing when you try to, prospect people that would be good underneath you to be signed up as a distributor. So I never really was comfortable about sharing that part, because I didn't want people, scared of how their reactions were going to be. So, so Cynthia kind of laid it out, and it's not really nothing that I didn't really hear before, but it was the way that she kind of put it out there. And then, of course, she did give some examples, which I wish I would have actually recorded some of those. But leading with the business, the biggest thing was, of course, adding value, which we've always we've always stressed that fact anyway. Always add value, to what we're doing and how it's helping, of course. Also, the biggest thing is asking questions, trying to find out within 3 to 5 minutes of talking to someone. And she actually gave us an example of her, at the hotel, talking with someone out at the pool for 3 to 5 minutes, and found out all kinds of things about this lady's life, and was actually able to relate and find the need that lady needed, and then relating that to how our program could help. So that kind of like clicked in my mind. I was like, okay, well, starting out, so then we need to actually talk with people instead of, because we make our posts and people comment, they're interested, or what are you doing? And so we immediately go into, our program and our products and that kind of thing. But you also want to chat with them a little bit and find out exactly what's going on with them. And that's something that I really wasn't doing very much. I'd kind of get a little bit of their health story, but not as much as their personal story. So it's one thing that I'm actually going to work on as well. Also want to. She also stressed the fact that that anyone can do it, and we can do it anywhere, which of course is something that we all know. It's all been stressed to us. Another thing was asking a generalized question. What would you want to be doing right now that you wish you could, that you can't do right now because of your current situation? So that was the big one as well. So that's kind of what I've been asking people since the meeting. Like, well, what would you be doing right now if you could do anything that you can't do because of your current situation right now? So that was kind of interesting, and that gets people talking. It gets you get to know them a little bit better. You get to know what they need in their life, and so that creates opening. So that is actually what I'm going to start doing initially to start off with, and seeing how that I believe that's going to actually work really well.
That's awesome. And I love the way that she put it. And she says, what do you want to do that you can't do doing what you're doing right now? And I love how she says that. And, I wanted to give specific examples. So when Cynthia talks to somebody, she says, well, what do you do? Well, I'm a teacher. Well, do you like what you're doing? Not really. I've been doing it for 25 years and I'm just exhausted. Well, and then she'll go into, well, what do you wish you could do, that you can't do? Well, I wish I could travel. I wish I could just spend more time with my husband. And then they eventually say, well, what do you do? Well, I help people retire early and travel with their husbands. I mean, it's just like whatever the need is, that's what she feels. So I'm glad you said that. That's fantastic. Let's go to Stacy.
Hey.
Hey, and then Kendra, you're next.
Oh my goodness. So I didn't know I was gonna be sharing. Why didn't you tell me that? I tell you what, it is just.
I did.
I am so well. It's probably on the leaders page, and I've been disconnected today. But anyway, I am just blown away as usual. Every event that we go to is just mind-boggling, and it just gets better and better. And one thing that I want to stress is the fact that, this company is putting things together to make us more simple and make our lives a lot easier for success, as far as the tools and the share app, like you said. The fact that we lead with the products, I think we are not growing as fast as we could be because we're leading with the products. There's so many people out there, and one big thing is, you get caught up in all the success stories and the people making, oh, you could make $70,000 a month. Well, that's not tangible. That's not realistic to people. So I like the fact that they talked about, $500 extra a month. What would that do for you? Asking questions and engaging and building relationships, and not being a salesperson, because that's the biggest turnoff when we're trying to just, when people feel like you're trying to sell them something. So totally what Chastity was saying about, relating to people and finding their need, because it's all around us. People are complaining all the time. All we have to do is listen. And that brings up another fact that they talked about. Listen way more than you talk. Don't bomb it on people. Listen to what they need and engage and re-speak what they have told you, and then have a solution for them. Like asking the question, when they say, well, I don't have the money. Well, if you did have the money, then would you jump on board? or, I forgot the verbiage or whatever. We can put that in writing later. But there were so many things that were just so good to be able to engage with people and get them to move to the next level. Um, it instilled some boldness in me. I'm ready to walk through the doors of business owners and make an appointment and just say, you know what, you may or may not be interested, but I just want you to hear what I have to say and hear what I have to offer you. So leading with the business, to me, is huge instead of the products. And I'm so proud of Christy. I got to give her a shout out because her niece, she was in Tennessee right near Nashville when she left. And she called me this morning. She's on fire like the rest of us. And she said, I told my niece Jessica, forget the products. Let's start with the business and let's go. You know what? The products are a given. They work. We know they change lives. So guess what? You can worry about buying the products later. We're fixing to start you a business. I love that. So,
I love that
and one
too.
last thing I'll add to that is just the fact that it's a family, that is huge to me. Just in it of itself. I mean, I just want to tell people, you know what? I don't even care if you want the products or the business. You need to join this family because we are awesome and we have so much fun and we love each other and we're going to love each other no matter where we are. And I think that's one of the greatest things about it, hands down. But we have unlimited potential. That's the bottom line. Nobody is standing in your way of success except fear and ourselves, period. We have got to get over the fear and step out there, step outside of our comfort zones and go for it, and with a sense of urgency. You know what? When we have that sense of urgency at the end of the month and we're trying to accomplish a goal, why wait till the end of the month? Let's start tomorrow. I mean, let's go. I am ready.
Let's do it. I love it too. Thanks, Stace. That was all really good. Kendra.
Okay, I'm unmuted. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Well, Bria, I'm sorry. I'm right between Bria and Bija, and I mix them all up all the time. Bija was most impressed with how positive and how friendly and how open it was. She's not available to get on right now, but she just wanted me to say that it was.
And that was Bija's first event.
Yes, that was Bija's first event.
It was Bija. I love hearing from somebody who's never been there before, so thanks.
Well, she wasn't going to go to Indy, and now she's all fired up. And I came home and bought my ticket, and we've got Linda and Bija, I think, are working together to figure out how to get both of them to Indy and get their first big event on board. So I'm excited about that. But I was listening to Cass Lowe, and a couple of things. Pardon me, I have feline paralysis. I have a cat in my lap, and he won't move. But Cass Lowe was introduced, and she apparently had what her issue was, or not issue. Her point was being coachable and how to get to manager. And I picked up on the coachable part, and I thought that was absolutely amazing because she said she had gotten to several of her levels without even knowing it by being coachable. When her coach said, hey, this is what you need to do, we're going to set this goal, let's go for it, she did exactly what her coach said. There wasn't a lot of, well, how about if I do it this way, or how about if I do it that way? And I've tried to be like that. I'm not real sure how successful I am, but I did get a phone call from Bria a couple of days ago that said, hey, goofbag, you're silver. And I didn't believe it. So the coachability part was something that was just really hit home to me. And I am going to strive to be more coachable and more pliable to knowledge that is given to me. The how to get to manager that she posted on here, the big one, and we talked about it in the car coming home, was setting goals. And I'm not terribly good at setting goals, and this is one of my coachable points that I'm going to strive to work on and actually write them down for who I want and for what I want. And Linda, you're in my goals, baby. I want to get you some distributors under you and get you to your event so that you can see what a big picture this is for the world. Another line that I picked up that I thought was absolutely awesome for starting with the business was the line that Cynthia used about, if I could show you how to use the nooks and crannies of your day, the little fragments of pieces of your day to create an income, would you be interested? I used that line this morning with the guy I was checking out of my room at the desk with, and he looked at me and he goes, yeah, uh, yeah, because at nighttime I play guitar down at the clubs on Broadway. And I do this by day and I'm always tired. And I said, well, I tell you what, here's my card. He gave me his card and I'm setting up a chat with him tonight after I get off of Zoom. So it was a big step out of my comfort zone, but the line nooks and crannies, if I can show you how to do this in the nooks and crannies of your day, would you be interested? So I'm taking my piece of coaching advice and I'm going to utilize that fragment of that tidbit of information, and I'm going for it because I, as a gold manager in Indy.
I am so proud of you. That is fantastic, Kendra. And that's, and this is the biggest thing is if you go to these events and you sit and you hear this information, but you don't take it home and apply it. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me at all? Can you hear me? So if you,
I can.
Okay, if you go to these events and you don't take what you learn and apply it, you have just wasted your money. You've wasted your time and you've wasted your money. So you've got to apply it. So that makes me so happy that you actually did it this morning. Woohoo! Okay, so Jenny Lowry.
Bija actually watched me do it. So there was the right there.
Awesome.
Can't hear you.
Oh crap, I'm muted. Could y'all hear anything I said? Did y'all hear it all? Jenny
No.
Lowry, you're next. I'm sorry. Okay, I said that if you go to these events and you don't take what you've learned and apply it to your business when you come home, that you've just wasted a whole weekend. You've wasted your money and you've wasted your time. So apply what you learned. So Jenny Lowry, you're next. I hope you can hear me. Well, I'm sorry. Y'all got to tell me I'm muted.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you. Sorry.
Bye.
Okay, so hey everybody. This weekend was great. I think the biggest thing that the one thing that was said that I heard and that spoke volumes to me was I got to get out of my own way. And you know, the whole leading with the business, and that just kind of it honestly it freaks me out a little bit. And I am happy to talk to people and do what? I'm happy to coach people and then once they're doing great, talk to them, which is generally how I have done it in the past. That's what I'm used to. You know, that's what I'm used to. But so I came home yesterday. Scott and I talked a lot. We drove home with Nikita. Nikita's excited, and we talked a little bit about leading with the business, and you know, that thing that just kept resonating with me is I got to get out of my own way. I just got to try it. So I did that today, and I did it with an old friend of mine, and she has been watching me, but I have not said a whole lot to her. So when I got a text from her yesterday, as a matter of fact, I showed it to Stacy, and I just was like, you know what, I'm just gonna use her as an example and get out there and tell her, you know, I'm so glad that you want to start the program, but I want to talk to you about the business. And she is from Colorado, and I told her that there was a training happening right there in her state on November 2nd. And she is 20 minutes from there. And literally, y'all, I mean, in the whole conversation, she said to me, you know, I just really think God's talking to me through this. And, you know, I gotta realize that we are going to be a blessing to some people that really, you know, that it could happen for, that we just need to get ourselves out of the way and just be bold. And so I think that's the one thing that I got out of it the most. It was, you know, there's so many things that are said that it just pours into your brain, and you got to process it over the next few days. And I learned so much. But that is the one thing I think, as everybody has talked about, just leading with the business and giving people the opportunity, and don't prejudge, and just let them decide. And who cares if they say no? Who cares? You know, you just got to do it. So she started with an ultimate tonight, and we're going to give her 8 days, and then she's going to be a distributor. So.
Way to go. I love this so much, y'all. I love it so much. Yes, thank you so much, Jenny. Let's go to Debbie Blauser. We had 25 people from our team go to Nashville this weekend, and y'all don't even know what that does to my heart. It was amazing, and I'm so proud of this whole team. So, Debbie.
Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about what Tanya Crago talked about. Share, connect, and invite. The first was doing a sip and see. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. To do a sip and see, do it in a smaller, intimate setting. Walk around, get to know the people, and bring them small gifts. Tell them if they come, they'll have a gift, and that usually works. Bring friends. Send personal invites, text and calls, not just messaging them. Talk to them. More people will come. The second was about Facebook, and what Mark Walker said is being consistently consistent. That really stuck with me. So on Facebook, you know, post on your page. You know, don't throw up on it, but post on it. Say 80-20. Keep adding new friends. Get into groups. About the city meetings, you need to promote them and share them. You know, if you take the flyer and put it in other places, because you never know, your next Cynthia Evans might have saw that and come to the meeting. Always promote it and share it, because the corporate doesn't have to do that. They do it to help us. Also, home parties. Ask some friends and families to have parties at their home and invite their friends. And it's more like the sip and see. You're going to taste products, sample products. But and have a good time also. Also have gifts, and tell your friends, you know, bring 5 friends and I'll have a bigger gift for you. The next was face-to-face. Always talk to people wherever you are, grocery store, the doctor's office, whatever. Always talk face-to-face, which I'm not very good at. So I need to work on that. Just the connecting with the 3-way calls, using 3-way chats, Facebook groups. Your attitude is everything. If you don't sound confident and feel confident, people they're not going to believe you. So attitude is everything. Also, make your Facebook page very positive and uplifting, because positive people attract positive people. Use the voice recorders, you know, on some of those chats where they can hear your voice, hear your excitement. Find something that relates to them. Just keep adding to the page, the testimony page. And that's it. She was really good.
That was really good. And I want to tell this team that we are blessed beyond measure, because on August the 20th, we are having a city meeting in Georgia, which they will have free products. I mean, they will have free stuff. And I'm telling you, people come hours away. Like, if you are anywhere near driving distance, you want to be here. Corporate will be here in Georgia from Utah. So you do not want to miss an opportunity. When corporate is in your state, you go wherever you have to go in order to see them. So make sure you mark that on your calendar. We are having it in Cartersville, Georgia, and we're going to have seating for 100 people. I want 100 people in the room. I want standing room only. So we do not want to promote that, because we do not want people holding out to wait until that night to buy. We want to go ahead and have people buy and bring 5 people to that meeting to sign up that night. So, but mark it on your calendar. The 19th is going to be a corporate training. I'm going to be helping with that. And then the 20th is going to be our city meeting. So there you go. Oh, Christy's on here. Christy, just share just about 2 to 3 minutes of what you took away from this weekend, if you can hear me. Actually, we'll let you be next. Bria, I see you ready to go.
Yep, I'm ready. From a hospital room. I'm just kidding. But I just wanted to say really quickly, thank you to everybody that was you guys were so sweet to me. I do not like that kind of attention. I do not like to have help. And I just appreciate everybody offered to get me a plate, offered to help me drive my scooter. So I just want to say thank you for that, because that meant a lot. That shows that we are a family, and I really, really, really appreciate it. And I just wanted to say all my stuff tonight, my little tidbits, my 2 minutes or 3 minutes, is coming from Melissa. And I know I've heard this so many times. You know, Melissa trained. Our mama was asked again, this isn't the first time, she was asked again to be one of the speakers. So I feel very blessed, not only for her to be my friend, but to learn from her. So I feel like I'm sort of a groupie or something, but every time she speaks, it just, for me, we kind of have a similar brain and a similar way we think. So it just resonates with me. So with, again, what she said about, if you go to these events, it doesn't matter how many notes you take. It doesn't matter that you don't miss one word. If you don't come home and apply it, and I'm speaking from experience, if you do not come home and apply it, it's not, just because it's in your head, it's not going to grow your business. You're wasting your money and your time. You can do things with friends at home for a lot cheaper. Does that make sense? So I want you to make sure that you take these things, and you guys sound like you are. It's amazing. But I did that for a long while. So I don't want you to look back and wish that you had applied it a long time ago, because now I'm applying it. My business is growing. What a shocker, you know? I mean, it's definitely imperative for you to do that. But what I was going to say, just really quick, her talk was objections, but it was related to the business. And I think all of you guys have said something about fear, but it's your mindset. For me, I mean, it is like she was talking to me. I'm not kidding, because when you do change your mindset, your business will grow, because I had all the knowledge, I had the right coach, I had the right products, I can talk to people. It was nothing like that, but it was in between here. It was up here. I would tell myself that I'm never going to be able to do this. Everybody just does so much better. You know, stupid stuff like, I don't have long enough eyelashes. I mean, I'm not kidding. Like, stupid stuff. That is just the enemy trying to keep you down. You know, God has called us to, in this business, I believe 100%, to bless people with the products, with the business. And he wants us to speak life into ourselves and speak life into the people around us. And as soon as you start doing that, even if it isn't natural, like Melissa said, she wrote things on her bathroom mirror. Well, I'm doing that now too, and saying things to myself like, you are doing this. it is happening. God is bringing people to your business. You are a leader. People want to hear what you have to say. And I'm saying all these things to myself every day, and it's working. So fear is what keeps you in the same place. It's an excuse. It's real, but it's also, you can make a decision right now. We are adults. We can say, I am not going to be paralyzed by fear any longer. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm called to do. And then you apply it. So the objections of the business are the same ones you're going to hear about time. And I can't remember who said it. I'm sorry. Oh, Kendra, I think. But as Cynthia saying, if I can show you how to build a business in the nooks and crannies of your day without interfering with your current career, would you do it? I mean, that's an awesome line. And I will say that I reached out to a bunch of people this morning, and sorry, not sorry, I signed up somebody during church. She wanted to sign up. So I was like, all right, she's ready. I'm going to send her the link. I only did the link. I didn't do any chatting with her, but I just want to say that I'm proud of all of us that went. If you can at all, you just have to make a decision right now that no matter what, hell, high water, you're going to Indy, because it will change your life. It will change your life. You've got to get to the events to get the information. And I mean, that's about it.
Thank you so much. You were spot on with everything. And before we go to the next person, I just want to shout out Tony Edwards, because I have missed you so much. And I am so glad to see you on here. It has just done my heart good. It has made my day. And I know you're busy, and I know you're serving us and serving the community, but I'm so glad to see your face. You have been missed, my friend. So I want to go to Veronica.
Hey, I didn't know I was talking.
Well, we're just going to give just a little bit, just a little takeaway, couple minutes on something tangible that somebody can use that you learned this weekend to grow their business.
Sorry, I have my mouth full. I have an ice cream for a birthday. I'm at Steak and Shake.
That is not 8-day for hashtag not 8-day friendly.
I'm not on an 8-day. We'll start that tomorrow. I loved, let's see, what was my favorite thing?
And this was Veronica's very first event also. She's a new manager. This is her very first event.
I love, first of all, how everybody's so encouraging. I mean, that's good for anybody, to have. I've never started off with a business. I've always led with products. So that's definitely something that was a good point to make. I mean, all of it was good to me. I can't even point out one specific thing that was the best to me, because it was all good information.
Getting out of your comfort zone, maybe?
Yeah, I definitely need to do that.
Doing live videos. That's one thing that we're going to be doing.
I was talking about that on the way home today. Yeah. So I'll be working on that for sure.
Well, I'm very glad that you went, and we're going to do a lot of big things together. Let me see who else is on here. Thank you, Lisa. And then Christy, I don't know if you saw if you're available or not. She was on the thing.
Hey, I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay. Okay, so I don't think you can see me, because I don't think there's a video on here, but there was so much good stuff here. This was my first thing, but the first thing I'm going to say is that anybody on this team that's not taking advantage of what Melissa has to say, and if you've never heard Melissa speak, then you should listen to what she says. And if you're not watching her on Facebook, you should. there are so many good things that she uses, but because we have her, I don't want to focus on that. Everybody kind of hit the things that I noticed. I probably took 10 pages of notes, but that's just my personality. But some of the things, if you're not using the Share app actively, then you really should. There's so many good things on the Share app. I have used that Share app so much, and I have used so many things on there that has helped me. I believe I should have grown so much more than I have, but like I said, there are so many things. One of the things was get out of your own way. But if you're not using the tools that are offered to you, John Barton talked about how using the tools save your time. They increase your productivity. They give you higher consistency. And find the things on there and save them in your favorites, because that's something that's there. There's so many awesome things just on the Share app that you can share. And it expands how you can be successful. It is duplicatable or duplicable, or however you want to say it. The tools and the systems are on there. And then the other thing that I want to say is get on the phone with people, actually talk to them, because I know that has made a huge difference in when I can actually get people to talk to me. I haven't talked to so many people, pretty much everybody that I can get on the phone, I can get to sign up. I'm not as successful with chats, but if I can get them on the phone, then I can get them to sign up. And then the last thing I'm going to say is, do the things that the people above you are doing. Use whoever your coach is. And if you don't, if what your coach is not doing, ask them to connect you with somebody else. And that's the main thing that I'm going to say. So, man, it was awesome. And I am doing everything in my power to get to Indy. I've already talked to Stacey about it, and I'm ready to go. I got a lot of ideas.
Oh, I'm so excited. I cannot wait to watch you soar. And I love hearing from these people who were there at their very first event, who saw the culture. It's kind of like I've been to every single event they've had since 2015, and I never get numb to it. I make sure that I am just as excited about every single one as I was about the first one, because it's just it's a joy, it's a privilege. They pour into you, and that's where I get fired up. Every 3 months I've got something. I know if I can just get 3 months, then I'm going to get to one of these events, and they're going to love on me. They're going to pour into me, and I'm going to get to see people and get to network. So go to these events, and I promise you, leaders are born at these events, and there's nothing like it. We've got one more. We've got Vicki, who is on here. I think I saw her name. And then
Hey, Melissa.
we're going to close it out. But yes.
Hey, I just wanted to tell you that Beth wanted me to say something. So when Vicky's done, I got to tell you what happened with her. So if you get,
okay,
if I can after Vicky.
Yes, absolutely. And I want to tell all the people who weren't there, every single one of the trainings were recorded, and they're on our leaders page. So I know that, they're half hour long, but y'all, watch one a day. It is going to change your business, change the way you do business. So we did that for you guys that couldn't go. We recorded, we went live on every single one of them. So they're there. So Vicki?
Well, can you hear me? I'm echoing. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you're fine.
Am I too loud?
No, you're good.
Okay. This is just ended my second year, and I've not missed an event except for West Virginia, which I will never get over, because you hear this, you hear it over and over again, but you hear it different ways. And some people hear things like, we're never going to hear anything that you don't teach us. because you are just full on, you don't miss anything, but just somebody saying something. It's like hearing preachers. You can go hear all the preachers, they're all saying the same things, like if you're going to all Baptist churches, but you hear it different from every person. And it resonates in different ways with different people. Let me back up. I got Carla on here that hasn't even got her kit yet, that is sitting here fixing to become a distributor and get started, and I'm thrilled to death to have her here. She's going to do great things. She's in Mississippi, and we are coming to Birmingham, Carla. I'll talk to you about that. I don't know how far you are from Birmingham, but don't let me forget to mention that. But going back to this, I was going to talk about Cynthia, and Lord knows you can talk for days about Cynthia. But, you know, she was talking about the things y'all have already mentioned, like whatever this person needs, we can offer it to them. We can absolutely offer it to them. And I sat there and I thought about that. And I mean, I joined just to lose weight. That's all I wanted to do, and get healthy, and had no idea anything about any other opportunities that were going to come my way. I wanted to travel. Here comes the tears. It never fails. I wanted to lose weight, get healthy. I wanted to travel. I wanted to make money. I didn't know this. These are things in my life none of y'all knew anything about. Wanted to make some money, wanted to move back home. And because of this opportunity, and the only reason that I got started was because there was a 45-day or 30-day money back guarantee. If it had not been for that guarantee, I wouldn't be sitting here today, because I had given up. I had given up all hope on anything working for me. And so with that being said, what Cynthia was saying was, somebody says, oh God, I want to travel. And she says, I can help you do that. You know, I travel all the time. I make money every day. I'm moving home in 2 months, maybe. I mean, that just things I would not have been able to do. I'm retiring my husband. Dang it. Retiring my husband September 30th. These things are all because of Singular. We are doing a disservice by not offering that to everybody that is in our path. Everything we can do for them, they need. We don't know what it is. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things out of it, and all I went to do was lose some weight. And my life has changed forever. I got sisters. I've never had sisters. And I got sisters by choice now. And a socialization of a family, like Stacy was talking about, that is just an unbelievable bond. My 3 minutes is up, isn't it? So anyways, don't get out of your head. Like everybody's saying, get out of your head, because that person sitting next to you needs something that we can get for them. And Melissa was the freaking bomb. She always is. And honey, she can take it home. So if y'all have not heard her speak, by golly, you better get somewhere and get signed up and watch her. She is awesome. Thank you.
Y'all are a little partial. Y'all just love me. But Jenny, why don't you just close it out for us?
Not true. I got to interrupt. That is not true. We're blessed to have
I'm
you.
just going to tell you.
You own that stage, girl.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to let Jenny close it out. But before we do that, Zingo's back, y'all, this month. We've got a new promo. It's an action promo I just released. I'm gonna give away drumsticks to whoever has the most points, and I'm going to put everybody in a drawing that gets any points for dinner. And make sure you check the leaders page for those promos, and make sure that if anybody on your team that is active, you know what? This is what I'm going to do, because all y'all are on, all of the leaders that are ranked are on here, except for a couple. But if you've got somebody on that leaders page that you know is not an active distributor and is not doing it anymore, you take them out of that page I'm going to, I'm just going to leave it how it is. I want you guys to take them out. If you've got somebody, if you have put somebody on there, they are no longer doing their 120. They're no longer a distributor. Take them out of that page, and then that way, I'm just not even going to have to worry about it. So, I'm going to let Jenny. I'm going to let you talk about what Beth did. Beth is the one that signed. She has the last 3 months. She is on 5. She is a rock. And please mute yourselves if you're not talking.
So Beth just texted.
So she is a rock star. I cannot wait for Jenny to tell us what she had to say. So hang on, you're actually, I had to mute you again, Jenny, so unmute yourself. And just close it out, and I'm going to, of course, as soon as you finish, I'm going to do our declaration and we'll be done.
Okay. So Beth just texted me while she was on, she just didn't have her picture up there, but her little boy fell and hit his head really hard while she was on the phone. And so he was screaming and she couldn't deal with the phone call, but she wanted me to just say that this was her first event and that it was just so absolutely incredible, and that she was the one that teared up at dinner because she could not believe that she was sitting next to Cynthia Evans and Mark Walker all night, and she said, I am ready to explode this business, and I know she will, because she pretty much does what she says she's gonna do. So I have seen that, and I just love her drive, and I hate that she missed being able to say it, because I know she loved being there and she was proud to be on your team, Melissa. And I just want to reiterate what everybody else said. You have absolutely no reason to be fearful of speaking, because you did own that stage, you rocked it, and you are just such a blessing to this team. So there you go.
Y'all, I love y'all so much. Y'all sure know how to make somebody feel good about themselves, and I'm proud of all of y'all. I would not be where I am without every single person on here, and I had so many people telling me that they wish their team was like ours. So apparently a lot of people talked to y'all. They saw the friendships, they saw the bond that we have, and there were so many people that said to me, I wish my team was like your team. So it's something to be proud of, and it sure does make me proud. But it wouldn't be what it is without every single person on here, and every single person's heart that's on here, and every single person's leadership skills that are on here. So it's not just a one person thing, it's everybody working together, and we are one team. Even though we have several different teams, we're all one team, and I love y'all so much. Does anybody else have anything else they want to say before we close it? All right, I declare Ephesians 3:20 over this X team. God wants to do exceedingly and abundantly all that we can think or ask. Because we honor him, his blessings are going to chase us down and overtake us. We are in the right place at the right time, and I declare a boldness to rise up in us. The Lord is going to supernaturally open doors for us. People are going to seek us out. We are going to rise in the ranks, and we will give him the glory and the praise for all of it. This is my declaration over all of you. I love y'all. Good night.